Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 25 seconds. Thatcher Smith for Buckeyes, jumping against Brody Butcher, number 20, for the Marauders. Conley Burnham, a 3-ball. No good. Butcher, the rebound. Out to Stanley for 3. Won't go. Rebound down by Connor for the Buckeyes. Inside 24, Martin, no good. Conley Burnham on top to Butcher for 3, and that won't go. Rebound by the Marauders. Burnham on the dribble drive, and he's going to be fouled. .5:13 on the clock. Period number 1, no score. Burnham's free throw is good. Second one, no good. Scramble for the ball. It'll be a jump ball call. It'll be Nelsonville-York basketball. Into the backcourt. And thank you, Carissa. Sounding good on YouTube. 1-0 Marauders against the Buckeyes of Nelsonville-York. Shot up, no good by Abram. Rebound down by Connor. On top to Koska. Long 3-ball, no good. Rebound down by Smith. Another 3-ball up, no good. And that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Buckeye basketball. Near steal by Stanley. Smith with the basketball. And he'll take it over to Koska. 4:22 on the clock. 1-0 Marauders on a Conley Burnham free throw. That's all we've had. Let's get past the corner. 3-ball up, no good by Koska. And we are 0 for 7 from the floor total in this ball game. First game back. Stanley for 3. And that won't go. And layup good by Nate Martin. Thomas for three, and he got it. Colton Thomas, a three ball. And the steal by Conley Burnham to the hole, layup no good. And that's a three ball up and good by Stanley. Into the middle of the floor it goes to Nate Martin. Three ball by Connor up no good. Quentin Lewis into the ball game for Meigs. Inman in for the Buckeyes. 3:04 to go. 7-2 Marauders. Koska again, no good. Rebound down by Cleveland to Burnham. 2:53 in the clock. Stanley for three again, won't go. Thank you, Matt. Got you. 7-2, steal by Brody Butcher. Butcher's going to take that. He can be fouled by Koska. (7-2) Marauders. 2:31 to go here in the first period. Be Burnham to inbound the basketball. Gives it to Cleveland in the corner, out to Lewis. Lewis picks his dribble up over to Stanley. Burnham left elbow, pull back dribble. Left side, Stanley. Stanley, and he got it. Braden Stanley from 17. And we're reaching the 2-minute mark here in the first period, 9-2 Marauders. I got to remember to put the score on. Sorry about that. 1:50 to go here in the first period. Abram with the basketball. He'll take it to Smith. Stolen by Burnham. Conley Burnham up and good. (11-2). Buckeyes with the basketball. And Griff Cleveland and Caden Abram battling for that basketball. 11-2 Marauders. 1:27 to go here in the first period. Quentin Lewis down to Brody Butcher, and up and off glass and good. So the Marauders hitting three in a row. And timeout, Nelsonville-York. (13-2). Burnham with three, Colton Thomas with three, Braden Stanley with five, Brody Butcher with two. 13 for the Marauders. Marauders 5 for 12 in that first quarter, or thus far, I should say, in the first quarter. Buckeyes 0 for 5, or 1 for, 1 for 6. Inman with the basketball for the Buckeyes. On top to Logie. Logie back to Koska. Catch us on the Meigs Local District website, YouTube, and Meigs Local Facebook. Shot up no good. Burnham to the hole with the Euro step, and it's going to be batted away. And then there goes Griff Cleland. And Nathan Martin to the floor again. 36.5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Colton Thomas in, Garrett Roberts in, Jake McElroy in. Butcher out, Burnham out, Cleland out. So it's Roberts, Lewis, Stanley, McElroy, and Thomas for the Marauders. 2-2-1 half court press. Goes to the left side to Inman. Double team by Stanley and McElroy. And the jumper up and good by number 4, Jaden Abram. 13-4. Time running down here in the first period. Down to 7 seconds. Colton Thomas, backside block to Quentin Lewis, good. So the Marauders hit they go 6 for 8 after starting 0 for 5. And the Buckeyes. Two for 8 in the first period. Marauders 6 for 13, including a couple threes. One by Colton Thomas and one by Braden Stanley. The Varsity game can be heard, believe it or not, 5 different places. First of all, we'll be live on K92 FM with live streaming at WYBK.com. We're on the Meigs Local District website. We're on YouTube and also Meigs Local Facebook. So you got your choices right there. 15-4. Gotta get that Quentin Lewis layup in there. That'll be Stanley for the Marauders. Gonna be tipped away by Logie. And of course the varsity contest to come along after this one, approximately 7:30. Stephen Wood will be joining me for that ball game. Got Quentin Lewis over to Thomas. Thomas now right side, Stanley. Into Roberts, can't handle the pass. And Nathan Martin will take it down. Layup no good. And 15-4 Marauders. Thomas to McElroy. Knocked out of bounds by Nate Martin. Thomas get pass over to Roberts. Roberts is going to take it to the hole, and he's going to get called for the charge. .5:20 to go here in the first half. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Stolen by Lewis. Loose ball picked up by Colton Thomas. Stanley. 3 ball on the way, and that's no good. Rebound down by Nate Martin. Score is correct at 15-4. good. McElroy. Steal by Butcher. Thomas picking up the loose ball. Down and off glass, no good. Butcher up and no good. Brody is fouled on the play. He'll shoot 2. 4:12 to go here in the first half. Brody Butcher, the first one. And he got them both. Butcher now with 4 points in the ball game. (19-4), 4:12 to go. 2-2-1 half court. And 3 ball up by number 12, Andrew Connor. (19-7). Colton Thomas called for the walk on the spin move. Logie will bring it across the timeline for the Buckeyes. Pull-up jumper from the right elbow, no good. And then in the backcourt, and actually out of bounds it goes. 3:31 to go here in the first half. Meigs hosting the Nelsonville-York Buckeyes. Griff Cleveland with the basketball. Left side, Butcher. Going to straight to the free throw line, now out to Cleveland. Cleveland to Burnham. Burnham off the screen, down to Butcher. Up off glass, and good, Brody Butcher. (21-7). Nate Martin to the free throw line, shooting 2. That one no good. He'll get another one. Second one is good. Stanley, and it's going to be fouled. I believe that's going to be on the floor as he passed it to Cleveland. And they're going to call a shooting foul somehow. So Braden Stanley to the free throw line. one's up and good. Meigs now 3 for 4, or 4 for 5 for the free throw line. Stanley now with 6. Stanley up and got that one also. Braden now with 7 here in the first half. Meigs 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Out to Logie. 2:36 on the clock. 23-8. Brody Butcher on the finish. Got it. Butcher now leading all scorers with 8 points. Logie's going to be fouled by Conley Burnham. Two-two-one, half court. I would call it three-quarter court. And here comes a trap, and they get the ball back in the middle of the floor. And they're going to call an over and back on that one. (25-8). Stanley going to turn it over. Picked up by Leighton Logie. 1:43 on the clock, 25-8. Near steal there by Stanley. 3 ball up and good by Abram. Up no good by Butcher. 25-11. So 10-9 quarter after a 15-2 start for the Marauders. And high off glass and good by James Costa. Cleveland to the hole, to Lewis. Stanley, up, no good. Stanley again, and no good again. The shot was blocked. 25-13 is correct. And 35 seconds. Double dribble called by James Koska. Cleveland and the Butcher. See if the Marauders get the last shot of it. They're going to take it to Stanley. Nearly turned it over, and now a foul. 22 seconds to go here in the first half. Colton Thomas into the ball game. Griff Cleveland out. And to Brody Butcher. Butcher now with 10. 27-13. Buckeyes will get the last shot. Should. Three seconds. And long one up, no good. (27-13) halftime score. All right, here's your scoring for the first half. For the Buckeyes, James Koska 2, Jaden Abram 5, Andrew Connor 3, and I think I missed the first one. I think it was Thatcher Smith 13 with 2, and Nate Martin with 1. For the Meigs Marauders, Conley Burnham with 3, Colton Thomas 3 on a 3-ball, Braden Stanley with 7. His first made shot was a 3-ball. Jake McElroy with 2, Quentin Lewis with 2, and Brody Butcher led all scores in the first half with 10 points. Meigs was 6 for 13 in the first quarter, 4 for 10 in the second, so they go 10 for 23 total in the first half. The Buckeyes 2 for 8 in the first quarter, 3 for 7, 5 for 15 total in the first half. Nelsonville-York was 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and the Marauders go 5 of 6. And that's all I've got for you here in the first half. Marauders had 15-2 after 1, 23-13 here at the half.
I forgot to print it off. You got it? Yeah, of course I do. I knew you did.
The first game we ever played as Meigs High School was against Nelsonville. Did you know that?
Why don't you let Kevin introduce the players? You come up here and just help me with the pregame.
Are you live? Did they get the other? It doesn't work. You're supposed to have a talk with it work.
Didn't work.
It was the first game between the two schools that's consolidated for both of them.
You got an extra roster for us. I somehow left the house without it. I don't need it.
I don't have an extra
That's
one, but
fine.
I have.
Nah, I'm good.
I have one after I announced.
I know him.
For us,
I just sometimes keep score along, but that's fine. I've got theirs.
that's not for pregame. I was just pointing that out to Gavin. You've probably seen a lot of it, but I have other stuff in there too.
And we're just about ready to go here in the second half of play. Meigs leading 27-13. Be Buckeye basketball. Hinman to inbound it to Koska. And we're underway here in the third period. Butcher on top with the dribble drive and layup good. Brody Butcher now with 12 points. Koska with the basketball for the Buckeyes, guarded by Burnham. Screen and roll, and Stanley up no good, and Butcher up and good. Butcher now with 14 to lead all scorers. And there he is again, Nate Martin. And Butcher again. Now with 16. Shot blocked by Butcher. Thomas to Burnham. Steal by Nate Martin. Martin's shot is blocked by Butcher. Quentin Lewis into the ball game. Thomas out. Koska to inbound the basketball for the Buckeyes. Shot up no good by Abram. And 33-17 is correct. McElroy into the ball game. Jake. And a 30-second timeout called. Give a shout out to my good bro, Tony Hawk, recovering at home from a surgery procedure last Thursday. And we wish you get well soon, Tony. So I'm all you got tonight. Tony will be back as soon as he can, a week or so, with his live streaming. Stanley to inbound it to Lewis. On top to Burnham. 3:16 to go here in the third. Stanley for two. I believe is the correct call. He had a foot on the line. 35-17. Steal by Lewis. Lewis 1 on 3. Now back to Stanley. Stanley just inside the arc, no good. Stanley again, no good. Meigs had started the quarter 4 for 5. 35-17. Screen and roll to Martin again, and no good. 2:32 on the clock, 35-17. Stanley inside, a little runner up and good. Braden Stanley now with double figures with 11. (37-17) is correct. It's going to be Buckeye basketball. Connor in and Smith in, 12 and 13 for the Buckeyes. (37-13). Ball into Smith. Shot up, no good. Buckeyes 1 for 8 here in the quarter. And to McElroy. Back to Butcher, stolen by Logie. And Thatcher Smith will handle it. He gives it up to Logie. Reset the Buckeye offense. That screen and roll again has been really successful. Shot up, no good. Blocked. Comes Colton Thomas. And Thomas up and in. Colton Thomas now with 5. Hit a 3 ball in the first half of play. Nate Martin. Out to Andrew Connor. And that's going to be out of bounds off of Colton Thomas. Pass intended for Dakota Inman. 1:11 to go here in the third quarter of play. Meigs leads at 39-17. Trying to do too many things at one time. And 13 up, Thatcher no good. Second one's up and good by number 10, Cordray. Quentin Lewis up, no good. (39-19), 45 seconds. Long 3 ball up, no good by Koska. Here comes McElroy to the hole. He's going to be stripped by Koska, but they call a foul. Brody Butcher with 16 points. Braden Stanley with 11 to lead all scorers. Stanley up, no good. (27 seconds to go here in the third period. And we have a timeout. We'll run through the Marauders scoring for you real quickly here. Conley Burnham with 3. Colton Thomas with 5. Braden Stanley with 11. Jake McElroy 2. Quentin Lewis 2. Brody Butcher leads all scorers with 16. For the Buckeyes, Koska with 2, Abram with 5, Cordray with 2, Connor with 3, Thatcher with 2, and Nate Martin with 5. Braden Stanley to inbound the basketball to Roberts. Back to Thomas. And let's see if we can get the last shot here of the quarter. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Stanley to Butcher in the corner. Down to 5 seconds. Got to get something off. Long three ball by Stanley. No good. And no good. Marauders 6-13 in that quarter. And they got the Buckeyes 2 for 11. 39-19. Varsity game should follow somewhere near 7:30. In that varsity contest, that broadcast will be live on K92 FM. Live streaming there at WYBK.com. And then we'll have that's audio only. Then we'll have the live video on the Meigs Local District website, Meigs Local Facebook page, and also on YouTube. So 39-19, 20-point lead by the Marauders as we go into quarter number 4. Lewis saves it. Good hustle by the Buckeyes. Down to McRoy, out to Lewis. And he picks up the loose ball. McRoy over to Griff Cleveland, runner up no good. And Thomas will circle the wagons and give the ball back to Burnham. Colton Thomas penetrates the left elbow. Back to Burnham. Out to Colton Thomas. Thomas for 3, he got it. Colton Thomas. And I believe that's his second 3. He's now up to 8 points. And let me get it on the scoreboard here, 42-19. Koska with the basketball. He'll take it over to Inman. Back to Koska. Logie inside to Martin. Fade away, no good. Burnham to Lewis. To Thomas on the skip pass. Now Thomas up for 3. This time it does not go. 4:20 on the clock here in the 4th period. And shot up and no good by Abram. And Thomas up and in. All of a sudden, Colton Thomas to double figures with 10. 44-19. Shot up no good by the Buckeyes. Down to McRoy, over to, and it's stolen. He tried to get the ball to Griff Cleveland on the backside block. Stolen by Logie. And Koska for 3. (44-22). Thomas up on top to Conley Burnham. Burnham, nice pass, the backside block to McRoy. Out to Thomas, no good. Lewis, good. 46-22 and a turnover by the Buckeyes. Garrett Roberts into the ball game for Meigs. 2:50. Let's see. And we'll update the scoring again for Meigs. Conley Burnham with 3. Colton Thomas with 7 points in that quarter. Or in the second half, I should say, with now 10 points. Braden Stanley with 11. Jake McElroy 2. Quentin Lewis with 4. And Brody Butcher with 16. 46-22. Martin with 5. Thatcher with 2. Connor with 3. Cordray with 2. Abram with 5. Koska with 5. So Meigs will put Cleland, Burnham, McElroy, Roberts, and Lewis on the floor. It'll be Logie, Martin, Koska, Inman, and let's say Abram 4. Yep. That's your Buckeye starting lineup. Burnham being pressured there by Inman. Griff Cleveland with the basketball. Right side to Burnham. To Roberts, back to Burnham. Quentin Lewis on the other side of the court. That's moving the ball. A runner by Burnham, up no good. And rebound down by Inman. And he'll give it up to Koska. And the score you see on your screen is correct. All right, Thatcher Smith in. And let's see, 23, Sean Adams. Number 12, Andrew Connor. Number 10, Miles Cordray. And 3, Dakota Inman. 46-22, 1:45 to go here in the ball game. Griff Cleveland over near the Meigs bench now. Brings it all the way back to the left, up on top to Burnham. And now Griff Cleveland misses the layup. Foul, just the third one in the second half. .123 to go in the ball game. Cleveland out. Inman for 3. Won't go. And Burnham's going to turn it over by throwing the ball right to Sean Adams. Adams to the hole, cut off by Lewis. Connor with the basketball. Where's number 12? Inman 3. Upside to Sean Adams. Up and good. Lewis for 3. Got it. Lewis now with 7. Down to 10 seconds. Shot up and good by number 10, Cordray. 46-26, and that's your final. I'll give you some stats here in just a second. All right, here's some stats from the free throw line. I don't have any free throws made in or even attempted in the second half. Nelsonville-York 1 for 2 and Meigs 5 for 6 all in the first half. Scoring for the Buckeyes, Koska with 5, Abram with 5, Cordray with 4, Connor with 3, Thatcher Smith with 2, Sean Adams 2, and Nate Martin with 5. For the Marauders, Conley Burnham 3, Colton Thomas 10, Braden Stanley 11, Jake McElroy 2, Quentin Lewis 7, and Brody Butcher leading all scorers with 16 points. So that'll do it here for the JV game. Meigs wins it by a score of 46-26.
K92.
All right, it's me.
Hey, Rick.
14 minutes on the clock.
Okay, and I got an O and N if you want me to play it.
Yeah, sure. How long is
sometime. It's just 5 minutes again.
5. Okay. I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, lock me in.
All right. All right.
K92 audio check. Check. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotcha.
AP News, I'm Tim McGuire. Prosecutors in Kenosha, Wisconsin decide not to charge a white police officer in the wounding of 23-year-old black man Jacob Blake last summer. AP's Ed Donahue has more.
Blake was shot 7 times last summer and was left paralyzed. It set off violent protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin. District Attorney Michael Gravely says officers responded to a woman who had reported her boyfriend was not supposed to be around.
There are many commands disobeyed.
Gravely says officers, including Rustin Shesky, tased Blake. He also says Blake was armed.
Officer Shesky says, I continued to fire until Jacob Blake dropped the knife.
The head of the local chapter of the American Civil Liberties Union says not charging the officer continues the cycle of enabling police violence and evading accountability when they seriously injure or harm a black person. I'm Ed Donahue.
Last votes in the 2 Senate runoff elections in Georgia being cast. State election official Gabriel Sterling says he doesn't know yet how many people voted today.
We would love to see 1 million people vote because that means that we will have really more than double the amount of vote we would have seen in a regular. The previous runoff record was 2.1 million. And that was the Saxby-Chambliss runoff in, don't make me do math, that's fun. I think it was 2004. Yeah. So if we did this, we'd be at 4 million or so, which is almost double that.
Some 3 million people voted early in the state. An AP VoteCast poll taken of more than 3,600 voters found 6 out of 10 say Senate control was the single most important factor in their vote for senator. Republican Senator Kelly Loeffler faces Democrat Raphael Warnock. Republican David Perdue is going up against Democrat John Ossoff. If both Democrats win, then President-elect Joe Biden's party would control the Senate. Hundreds of supporters of President Trump are demonstrating tonight in Washington's Freedom Plaza, cheering his baseless claims of election fraud a day before a congressional vote to affirm Biden's victory. This is AP News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/news. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Britain enters a 3rd coronavirus lockdown.
Rishi Sunak says many businesses will get further financial help, such as a $12,000 cash stimulus, as a new national lockdown further batters the economy.
In order to help support businesses through a difficult period through to the spring, today we've announced £4.6 billion of additional help. For businesses in the most affected sectors who are asked to close, they will receive up to £9,000 in a one-off cash grant.
The Chancellor supports Prime Minister Boris Johnson's move to plunge England back into a lockdown, saying the new COVID-19 variant has required an abrupt change of gear. Charles Duladesma, London.
The congregation at a Lutheran church in New York City endures another crippling blow. After losing more than 60 members to COVID-19, St. Peter's has been hit by severe flooding caused by a rupture in a city water main, water damaging the sanctuary and basement. I'm Tim McGuire, AP News.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Scott Leo.
OHSAA Director of Communications Tim Schreed will join us, and he'll talk about the archived collection of videos now housed in Columbus. That's next, right here on the Ohio News Network.
I'm Scott Tomorrow, President of the Ohio Education Association. OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game on behalf of our more than 120,000 members. We believe in the power of high school sports in shaping young athletes' lives. And we know it will take all of us working together to keep our athletes safe on and off the court. It's critical that we all wear our masks, wash our hands, and maintain social distancing to help keep schools open and to keep all students, educators, and community members healthy this season.
The 2021 Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward, the only thing left to add is you. Then you'll understand how life is better on a Honda. Honda recommends ATVs for riders 16 years and older, and recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
This is ONN.
Welcome back to the Ohio Education Association tonight in high school hoops. I'm Scott Leo on the Ohio News Network. Pleased now to be joined by Tim Streed. He's the Director of Communications for the OHSAA. And Tim, the OHSAA offices are now home to a pretty extensive DVD library going way back to the beginning of televised state championships.
Right. I really love looking through our DVD library. We have DVDs of state tournament games, mainly in basketball, but in all of our sports recently, back to 1950. And when you think about all the historically great players that have come through Ohio, just to know that we have DVDs of their state championship games, it's really fun to look through. Chris Walker is our production coordinator here at the OHSAA, and he just showed me the other day, we get these checks in all the time. It's an order form. Someone ordered a 1956 boys basketball state championship game. Well, Jerry Lucas played in that. So those kinds of archive materials are important to us. We have photo galleries, not quite back to the 50s, but back a little ways, and people still will think about it someday that, hey, I wonder if they have a photo of this race or that wrestling match. And we have those. So if folks are looking online at ohsa.org, one of our buttons is Fan Guide. And if you go to the Fan Guide, you can look for programs, you can buy programs back many years. The DVDs listing goes back to 1950s. Photo galleries, apparel that go back a few years. So, yeah, folks, if you're listening, just check out the Fan Guide, and there's a lot of great stuff there. But the DVDs in particular is kind of one of those things that sometimes during tournament time, Chris will just set up a TV in our lobby and put on an old game, and it's just fun to see. That's what it looked like in 1954, which I think was at the Columbus Fairgrounds Coliseum. Speaking of the Coliseum. And it's what it looks like today.
I would think in some ways that's more exciting than reading through the old newspaper articles or seeing the old game programs, getting a chance to actually watch the footage from the telecast of some of those state championships.
And even if it has sound, I guess I should have said that. Some of the DVDs from the 50s don't have sound. It is Hoosiers, black and white. And but once you get into the 60s, they all have sound. But just hearing the commentators, we've had some famous commentators too that came up through high school sports that now, he did a high school championship. The other thing too is just to imagine back in the 50s and 60s, that was the era before girls sports. When you look at our offerings, we had wrestling and basketball and baseball and golf. That actually, we didn't even sponsor a football playoff system until 1972. We have everything in the football realm almost since 1972, but basketball goes back to the 50s. So it is fun to pop in on those DVDs and see what that era looked like.
That's Tim Streed, and I'm Scott Leo, right here on the Ohio News Network.
This is a presentation of Big River Radio Sports. High school basketball is on the air. Exciting high school basketball, brought to you by Home National Bank, the Simmons Agency, Balm Lumber, Overbrook Rehabilitation, Hop Auto Center, Farmers Bank, Bears Napa, T&T Auto, and Roses Excavating. And now it's time for exciting high school basketball from Big River Radio Sports.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Meigs High School. Rick Ash along with Stephen Wood. Caleb Gibbs back at the station. He's our studio engineer tonight. The Meigs JV basketball team just defeated the Buckeyes of Nelsonville-York by a score of 46-26 in that ball game. Marauders led by Brody Butcher with 16 points. Braden Stanley with 11. Colton Thomas with 10. Quentin Lewis with 7. Also scoring Jake McElroy 2. Conley Burnham 3. And I believe we got everybody there. All right, so congratulations to Coach Drummond in that win in the JV contest. Now comes the Buckeyes of Nelsonville-York varsity team against the Meigs varsity. And as we look at some the standings in the TVC Ohio, of course, teams have played different amounts of game. Vinton County 5-2, 3-0. They lead everything in the Ohio division. Athens at 4-4, 2-0. Alexander 3-3, 3-1 in the league now. River Valley 5-2 overall, 1-2 in the league. Meigs coming in at 2-6, 1-2 in the league. Wellston at 3-2, 0-1 in the league, and the Buckeyes at 3-7 and 0-4 in the league. But some very interesting matchups, common opponents. So we'll start with at Southern. The Buckeyes win that one 65-60. Meigs wins it by 10, 53-30, 43, 53-43. And then as we look at Athens, Meigs loses to Athens. Actually hit what would have been the game winner, but the shooter walked for the Marauders, so they lose to Athens 66-60. Athens losing, or Nelsonville-York losing at Athens 72-48. Also, both teams played, so it's a lot of discrepancy in that score, but when you look at the Vinton County score, Meigs loses by 16 at Vinton County 64-48. And then Vinton County at Nelsonville-York, they escaped with just an 8-point win, 64-56. Alexander, Meigs wins on the road, 59-42. And at Alexander, Buckeyes losing 66-39. So who knows what's going to happen here in this ball game. It's been a crazy season thus far. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for both teams and the start of tonight's high school boys basketball team game here on K92 FM.
Whether you're a commercial, industrial, or weekend mechanic, Bears Napa has you covered with parts and hydraulic lines. Napa is proud to be locally owned and your trusted source with the know-how for all your car, truck, and SUV and agricultural needs. So stop in today and let one of their qualified experts help. Bears Napa Auto Parts, located near Country Resort Campground at 44780 Resort Road in Racine. Open Monday through Friday, 8 until 6. Saturday, 8 until 12. Call them today at 740-401-7124. And remember, Napa knows how. Free checking account for all high school students. That's a trend we can follow. Home National Bank student accounts have no fees and no minimum balances for high school students ages 16 and up. Oh yeah, you'll also get a free t-shirt for just becoming an HNB student customer. Visit HomeNationalBank.com to request your free student account today. Member FDIC. Have a list of outdoor jobs you need to do? Balm's Power Store in Chester can help. We have steel chainsaws, trimmers, blowers, and power washers. We have Toro zero-turns and push mowers, Ferris zero-turn mowers, Simplicity zero-turn mowers, and lawn and garden tractors. We have Briggs & Stratton generators and inverters and more. We've got what you need to get that list of jobs done quick and easy. Remember, Balm's Power Store, 740-985-3302. Financing is always available. www.balmlumber.com.
And welcome back. Of course, we just heard that Baum Lumber spot. They are sponsoring threes from the lumber yard. And in tonight's ball game, any three hit by the Marauders will be a $3 donation by Baum Lumber, Power Store, and TP One Stop. The guys out the Baum Lumber Company, Tim and Devin and the gang, they will donate $3 for each made three here tonight for the Meigs Marauders. All home games and any game that Meigs plays on the road, and that's the same for Eastern and Southern also. Here's your starters for the Buckeyes of Nelsonville-York. Number 3, Drew Carter. Number 33, Trevor Morrissey. Number 13, Joe Tomey. Keegan Swope, number 14. And number 22, Trent Morrissey. Now the lights are out. Thank our sponsor for tonight's ball game, Home National Bank, Hupp's Auto Center, Baum Lumber Company Power Store, and TP One Stop, Farmers Bank and Savings Company, Overbrook Rehabilitation Center, the Simmons Insurance Group, T&T Auto Sales, Bears Napa, and Rose's Excavating. We welcome Rose's Excavating to our sponsor list here tonight. Thank them and all those. Number 14, Braylon Harrison. Number 44, Andrew Dotson. Number 24, Caleb Burnham. Number 10, Coulter Cleveland. Number 32, Wyatt Hoover. To round out the starting lineup for Coach Jeremy Hill's Meigs Marauders. Nelsonville-York coached by Blaine Gabriel. So, heard the scores, the comparison scores, the like opponents, and it's all over the place. So, told me to jumping up against Cleveland. As soon as we get the music turned off, we can start this ball game. We come to a ball game and a concert broke out. Stephen Wood joined me, and we're underway. Caleb Burnham with the basketball. Give it off to Coulter Cleveland, and here we go. K92 FM, live streaming, and also Cleveland to the hole, up and good, very quickly. Coulter Cleveland. And that I got to do two things here tonight. I got to get the score on the live video streaming. Tomey tries to get the ball to Trevor Morrissey out of bounds. Meigs leads it 2-0. Cleveland goes right side to Wyatt Hoover. Harrison wide open three, does not pull the trigger. And over to Harrison again. This time he does pull the trigger, and the three ball by Braylon Harrison. Makes it 5-0. Right side, Tomey. Working on Burnham. Gives it off to Trent Morrissey. Trent's going to be tied up by, almost tied up there by Wyatt Hoover. On top to Drew Carter. Left side, Trevor Morrissey up and a stick in the rim in the bank board.
Alternating possession on that will stay with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, everyone went the other end of the floor, didn't they? Get that three by Braylon up on the screen. And up and good. Number 13, Joe Tomey. 5-2 Marauders. Scored on their first two trips. Coulter Cleveland the layup and Braylon Harrison a three ball. Over to Burnham. Down the corner to Hoover. Skip pass over to the right elbow to Cleveland. Now Hoover at the left elbow to the hole, no good. Cleveland with the rebound up and in. Coulter Cleveland. Cleveland as a point guard, one of the, if not maybe the leading rebounder on this team. I'm sure he and Wyatt Hoover are battling it out for that. Trent Morrissey and trying to go inside to Trevor Morrissey. It'll be a turnover.
2 offensive possessions for the Buckeyes, 2 turnovers, 1 bucket.
There'll be a day coming here shortly when the overlay with the scoring is synced up. Harrison for 3 won't go. It's synced up with our scoreboard, so I don't have to do it. So I'm trying to do 3 things here at the same time. Multitasking, not good at it. And no good. Rebound down by Dotson to Colder Cleveland. Over to Harrison. And passed up a short jumper. Gives it to Hoover in. And that thing goes high off the bankboard. And that's going to be a charge by Dotson, is the call.
Lowered his shoulder to get a little position.
Yeah, if he hadn't dipped a little bit.
Yep.
And of course, a good job by the Buckeye defender to go to the floor. That's what you got to do. He did a nice job. From the right side to Trent Morsey. Left side, Drew Carter to the hole. Layup no good. Rebound down by Harrison. He's got back pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time. 7-2 Marauders. Cleveland to Hoover. Out to Burnham for 2. Oh, they called a 3.
Oh, a 3 for Caleb Burnham.
That wasn't a 3. But
it looked like his foot was on the line.
His foot was definitely on the line. But and now up and no good is Trevor Morsey. Put the old 3 on there. That's what they said. Of course, one night, if you remember, we had a 3 shot against us from 16 feet, if you remember. Don't remember the game, but I remember the shot from down the corner. Burnham for 3 again. He got another one. Caleb Burnham. Timeout Buckeyes. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on K92.
When looking for an insurance company you can count on, look no further than Simmons, Musser, and Warner Insurance for all of your insurance needs. Not only have they served the community for over 100 years, they're also your friends, family, and neighbors. As an independent agency, they can provide you with the right amount of coverage for your individual needs. To serve you better, they have 2 locations, 196 East 2nd Street in Pomeroy and 502 Elm Street in Racine. Insurance made easy at Simmons, Musser, and Warner Insurance.
And we're back. Meigs leads it by a score of 13-2. For you folks watching on the live streaming, I repeat the score a lot of times. I know you can see it, but I'm doing it for my radio audience who can't see it. 13-2 Marauders, 4:30 to go here in the first period. Drew Carter with the basketball. Goes left side, Trevor Morsey. Trevor pull-up jumper from the left elbow, no good. Rebound down by Dotson to Cleveland. Cleveland with Burnham to his right. Cleveland to the hole. Layup. No good. Missed it. And Burnham with the rebound up and good. And what? Now they're waving it off.
Calling an offensive foul on Andrew Dotson on a push.
I thought Burnham shot the ball.
He did shoot the ball, but I'm not sure where Andrew was on that.
Okay. I'm not. Did they get the right number? 24 versus 4. No argument from anyone on the Meigs side, so evidently the right call. I didn't see it, but they did. So we go back to 13-2 Marauders. And that's Andrew Dotson's second foul already.
It is, and he had to go out, and that brings Morgan Robertson.
So they called 2 offensive fouls. 3 ball by Drew Carter for the Buckeyes. To Hoover, back out to Cleveland. Picks his dribble up, out to Burnham. Swings around to Harrison. Braylon with the basketball. Picks his dribble up now and got to get rid of it. Does so to Hoover. 13-5's our score. And still looking for somewhere to go. And a steal there by Drew Carter. And he's going to be stripped there by Cleveland. Well, I don't have anything to do with the live stream. I don't know what's going on. I said the live stream's down. I'm not. It worked all during the JV game. I'm good on my end. It must be something up here. That's what someone just sent a message. All right, back to live action. Drew Carter and jumper up and no good by Tomey. Harrison for 3 won't go, and rebound down by Trevor Morsey. Goes over to Carter, down the corner. Tomey for 3, no good. Rebound down by Morsey. Trevor goes over to Drew Carter. And up and good by number 3, Drew Carter.
Nice move there by Drew Carter. Had the lane if he wanted it, but took the jumper instead.
13-7 now. Burnham, dribble penetration out to Harrison. Braylon to the right elbow. It's out to Hoover. Hoover down to Burnham for another 3, and this one won't go. Harrison's going to tip it out of bounds. Buckeye basketball. Ethan Stewart into the ball game for Burnham. It's working.
Good. Kevin, go tell Megan. Tell Megan. Megan.
Drew Carter. Okay, thanks, Caleb. And the Euro step, and Cleveland up and good.
Technical difficulties here in the first quarter giving us some fits.
Well, they say there was, but
yeah.
Other people said there wasn't, so who knows? I just got a message from Caleb that said we're working on at all facets of our broadcast tonight. Trevor Morrissey, dribble penetration, kicks it out. Tomey for 3, no good. And let's see, it's going to stay on the Buckeye end of the court. 15-7 Marauders. Whoops, get that 15 up for. There it is. Trevor Morrissey throws it right to Morgan Roberts. Gives it to Cleveland at the free throw line. Into Roberts, nice pass, reverse layup, Morgan Roberts. Tomey up and good. 2 ball by Tomey. And Cleveland up no good. He may be shooting 2.
I believe they gave that to Tomey. See, Bill, I think he put 13 up.
What's that?
The foul.
Okay.
14, I'm sorry. That's Keegan Swope with his first. And Coulter hits the first free throw.
Trying to get the districts 17, 18.
I got you.
18. I know, I'm talking about this.
I know. I got you down here. Coulter second free throw.
And it's no good. 18-9. We're in the last minute of play here in the first quarter. Carter down, and what a block by Cleveland on Joe Tomey. He about to swipe that one right away from him, Stevens.
He did. He jumped very high. That brings Zach Searles into the ball game, and Coulter will get a break. Nice move by Hill. Get Coulter out last 45 seconds of the quarter.
A tip back to Morrissey.
Oh, he double
dribbled, yep. Thank you, Chrissa.
Definitely the right idea there by Morrissey. Had the defense moving away from him and couldn't get back on the baseline.
All right. Harrison will run the point with Cleveland getting a rest. See if the Marauders can at least get the last shot. And it's not going to happen. Turned it over. Carter. Over to Tomey, back to Carter. Down to 20 seconds. Over to Morrissey. And the ball to Morrissey down the corner. And long 3 ball up, no good by Swope. Roberts down with it. Harrison should throw one up from right here at half court. At the buzzer, no good. And after 1 quarter of play, Meigs 18, Nelsonville-York 9. Get back in 1 minute here on K92.
Hey, it's Heather, Director of Admissions at Overbrook Rehab Center. We're a close-to-home, locally owned skilled nursing facility, offering both inpatient and outpatient therapy. From athletes to elderly, we have the therapy to get you back on your feet and in the game. We proudly accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major insurances. For a private tour, contact me today, 740-992-6472. Overbrook Rehabilitation Center, 333 Page Street, Middleport.
In the market for a new vehicle?
All right, thanks,
Stop
Tim.
in today at Hupp's Auto Center. Quality pre-owned used cars at an affordable price. That is what you'll find at Hupp's Auto Center. Walk the lot and see what they got. Hupp's Auto Center, 41800 State Route 7 in Tuppers Plains. Call 740-667-3177. www.huppautocenter.com, a proud supporter of all area schools.
And welcome back to Meigs High School here on K92 and also on the district website. And I don't know who told us we weren't working. I've got about 5 texts here that said, you're on. So I'm not sure what happened to our friend down here below us who lost it, but there must be her phone.
Maybe. It might be.
Yeah.
Service might be a little iffy up here.
All right, Cleveland led all scores in the first quarter with 7. Caleb Burnham with those 2 threes. 2 big threes from Caleb with 6 points. Ethan Stewart goes to Zach Searles. On top to Hoover, round to Stewart. Over to Cleveland on the left wing. Out to Hoover. And there's a 3-ball up by Stewart. Good, Ethan Stewart. The sophomore for 3.
The zone defense that Nelsonville started in quickly switched to man here in the second quarter.
Drew Carter off the screen and nearly lost the ball. Zach Searles, good hustle there by Zach. Tip that ball out of bounds. It'll be Buckeye basketball. 21-9. Joe Tomey into the backcourt to Drew Carter. Working on Morgan Roberts. Tomey for 3, no good. Rebound down by the Buckeyes. Drew Carter for 3, no good. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Looked like by Braden McKee. It'll be Meigs basketball. 21-9 with 6:57 to go here in the first quarter. 3-ball by Ethan Stewart, our only score here in the second period. Ethan Stewart saves that one, and he's in trouble, gets out of it. And he's got Zach Searles on the backside block, wide open layup, good.
Everybody left to go guard out front. Left Searles underneath by himself.
Great pass. And credit Zach for finding an open spot. Tomey to the hole, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound down by Roberts to Hoover to Cleveland. Now Hoover for 3, and that won't go. And down with the rebound is McKee.
I think Zach Searles is going to pick up his first foul, and he does.
6:14 to go here in the second, 23-9. Jay Reese and I will be in Belpre on Friday night to cover the Southern Tornadoes as they take on the Belpre Golden Eagles. Drew Carter, the right elbow, kicks it out to Trent Morrissey down the corner. And now here comes Morgan Roberts the other way. Up and good. Morgan Roberts now with 4 points. 25-9 now. And the ball tipped up in the air and stolen by Morgan Roberts. A long pass down. That's going to go back the other way. Now Roberts gets it. And down to Cleveland. Looked like a volleyball game, Stephen.
I was getting ready to say the Marauders are getting to every ball, but that went back and forth.
Hoover, that's one that you want to jump stop and put that one up if you're Wyatt. He tried to make about a 2.5-foot pass.
With the lead the Marauders have, I want to see them run an offense. I don't want to, it's getting a little sloppy here in the last few seconds here. Just run an offense, get some motion.
Yeah, 7-0 run right here. You're right. Get a good shot here and get some points.
There's no reason to get sloppy
Cleveland
here.
Spin move up, no good. And Morgan Roberts battling and stolen by Cleveland. Out to Zach Searles. To Hoover. Ethan Stewart for 3. Got it. Ethan Stewart now with 6.
Another timeout.
28-9. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on K92.
When you were a kid, your stuff all fit in the toy box in your bedroom.
I know.
In college, you could get everything into a hatchback. Let's go. Now your stuff is a bit more abundant and valuable. Life happens fast, and maybe it's time to find a more permanent place for your belongings. Talk Talk to Farmers Bank when you're ready for that big investment. We'll help you keep pace with life from your first home to whatever comes next. Farmers Bank, member FDIC. Visit fbsc.com today.
And we're back here at Meigs High School. And Stephen, you got some information on this series.
Yeah, I went back and just started looking, as I looked at Coach Hill's record against Nelsonville so far in 3 seasons. He's undefeated against Nelsonville. So I just started going back. Coach Fry, who was coach before him, was also undefeated against Nelsonville, 8-0. In fact, we haven't lost to Nelsonville since February the 24th, 2014.
So 12 in a row?
12 in a row. And in the last 26 games against the Buckeyes, we were 19-7. And looking good and right now to make that 20-7 here tonight.
Yep, got a ways to go, but Meigs out to a 10-0 run here in the second period, 5:09 to go. And one of the few times, Stephen, that we've the games that we've broadcast have making a run. We usually give up a run to the other team, so a good job there coming out. And I tell you, Caleb Burnham with 2 threes, and Ethan Stewart with a couple threes, and Braylon Harrison with a 3.
Yeah, and with a lead like they have, you want to be, you don't want to get complacent. You want to see them running offense. You still want to see them work what they need to work on and not try to do so much street ball and get a little bit sloppy and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of game left. That's going to go off of Harrison out of bounds.
Brody Butcher in the ball game here for the Marauders in the second quarter.
And Brody led the JVs in scoring with 16 in the JV game. The corner to Drew Carter. Now to Morrissey up no good. That's Trevor Morrissey. And Cleveland picks his dribble up. Morgan Roberts back to Cleveland. Marauders going to take it center court. Cleveland to the hole. Still going. Back to Harrison for 3. That's no good. Braylon, can he track it down? Yes, he does. Nice job by Braylon. Tracking that one down. Good hustle. Over to Cleveland. Stewart for 3, no good. Nice rebound by Harrison, up no good. And let's see, Brody Butcher, can he save it? No, he cannot. And all those shots that were going early now are not falling.
Yeah, but no rebounding by the Buckeyes there. 3 of them standing there watching that ball. And Brody Butcher just slices through all of them and tries to grab it, but it knocks it out of bounds.
Lots of game left. You're right what you said a while ago. Marauders need to continue to pull away from the Buckeyes. It's early in this ball game. Anything can happen. We've seen it many a time. We've seen almost two great Marauder comebacks in the fourth quarter. And shot up and good by Trent Morrissey.
Little jump hook there by
that looked like
sophomore.
A nice little shot there. Over to Ethan Stewart. Back to Cleveland. And they'll reset the offense. They're going to clear out the left side with the screen and roll. Cleveland up off glass. No good. And we've come up empty now after getting that 10-0 run. Come up empty several trips now. You'd like to see the Marauders at around 35 points at half. It'd be 7 more, and that would be pretty good. Scored 18 in the first quarter, so. And that's going to go out of bounds to be Meigs basketball off the hands of Keegan Swope.
Braden Stanley checks in for his first action, replacing Ethan Stewart.
And Braden's another one of those young'uns that can light it up from 3. We've seen Harrison hit one, and we've seen Ethan Stewart hit a couple, Caleb Burnham a couple, all underclassmen.
All of these players on the floor for the Marauders will be back next season.
Yep. It's a really young team with that veteran Cleveland and Hoover in there. Roberts also a junior, Caleb Burnham a junior. And there goes Colder, and he kind of forced that one up. And still another empty trip. I think it's about 5 in a row now.
Yep, two freshmen, a sophomore, and 2 juniors on the floor.
Yep. And the 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores see a lot of time. And contribute, Stephen, when they go in. 2 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Lob pass stolen there by Brody Butcher.
10 turnovers for the
Buckeyes. I think they all starting to feel real comfortable in these varsity ball games now. They're getting a little bit of a taste of action at the JV level and coming up. Stanley and Butcher, and also Stewart and Harrison full-time varsity. But those other two young ones getting some valuable playing time. Goes into Cleland. What a move, Colter Cleland.
Use the defender as his post. As soon as he was moving when the ball was coming to him, so he could turn around and not have to put it on the floor.
And that's good. He jumps center, and you go in there and post him up.
Yeah, that's a great post move by a guard. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're playing against your defender is a guard also. So
that's right.
It's a great job by Coach Hill to get him down there and get him posted up. 30-11 now is our score.
Burnham and Hoover back in the ball game.
Drew Carter. Trevor Morrissey for three, no good. Nice rebound there by Wyatt Hoover. Colter Cleveland nearing the 1 minute mark. And a walk by Hoover. Made a nice move, but really didn't need to shuffle his feet. He had his man beat.
Yeah, the lane opened right there.
He sure did. It was a nice move, but he did walk. 1 minute to go here in the first half, 30-11 Marauders. But just a 12-point quarter for the Marauders, Stephen.
Yep.
After 18 in the first. Drew Carter with the basketball, and a foul is called.
It's going to be Morgan's first foul.
And nobody in foul trouble, right? We've only got
Dotson.
Dotson's
got two.
He does have two, and
that's it.
Two other young men have the singles.
Yep. And just one foul from Nelson.
And down to Trevor Morrissey for two. Stanley trying to make a move. Gets the ball to Hoover. Back to Stanley. And Braden Stanley. Wow. We've got some three stats to do at halftime. 33-13. Three ball up by Morrissey again. Trevor no good. Cleveland should get the last shot. Gives it to Hoover. Layup good. And at the buzzer, no good. Hoover with the rebound. And that should do it. Three-quarter court shot, no good. And our halftime score, Meigs did get that 35 I was asking for.
You said it.
18 points, and then they followed it with 17. And they held Nelsonville-York to only 4 points in that quarter. So Meigs goes 18-17, 35. Buckeyes go 9-4, 13. And let me make sure I got this. That is correct. We'll change that to the third quarter. And we'll take a break. We come back. Steve will have your stats for you. Halftime score 35-13 Marauders. We'll be back here on K92.
Are you in the market for a clean, dependable used car? Look no further than T&T Auto, 152 Butternut Avenue in Pomeroy. T&T Auto. They take pride in what they sell. Stop in and see their selection of used cars and SUVs. T&T Auto, 152 Butternut Avenue in Pomeroy. Phone 740-416-8523. A proud supporter of local high school athletics. Free checking account for all high school students. That's a trend we can follow. Home National Bank student accounts have no fees and no minimum balances for high school students ages 16 and up. Oh yeah, you'll also get a free t-shirt for just becoming an HNB student customer. Visit HomeNationalBank.com to request your free student account today. Member FDIC. What's your project? Baum Lumber in Chester can help with whatever your project may be. Whether it's a new home, a pole barn, a remodel, or a new deck, we can help. Our staff of building material experts can lead you through your project, helping you from start to finish with a complete line of building materials, trusses built at our own facility, great pricing, and over 100 years of combined residential and commercial construction knowledge on our staff. Baum Lumber in Chester can help. Call 740-985-3301 or stop in for a quote today and get started.
Hey, it's Heather, Director of Admissions at Overbrook Rehab Center. We're a close-to-home, locally owned skilled nursing facility, offering both inpatient and outpatient therapy. From athletes to elderly, we have the therapy to get you back on your feet and in the game. We proudly accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major insurances. For a private tour, contact me today, 740-992-6472. Overbrook Rehabilitation Center, 333 Page Street, Middleport.
In the market for a new vehicle? Stop in today at Hupp's Auto Center. Quality pre-owned used cars at an affordable price. That is what you'll find at Hupp's Auto Center. Walk the lot and see what they got. Hupp's Auto Center, 41800 State Route 7 in Tuppers Plains. Call 740-667-3177. www.huppautocenter.com. A proud supporter of all area schools.
Remember when you finally took the training wheels off your first bike? Before you knew it, you'd earned your first driver's license. Now you're shopping for a car with modern safety features and fuel efficiency. Life happens fast. Team up with Farmers Bank to make the big decisions. The right car, the right house, and the right bank to make it all happen. A bank that keeps pace with you. Farmers Bank. Visit sbsc.com today. Member FDIC.
Whether you're a commercial, industrial, or weekend mechanic, Bears Napa has you covered with parts and hydraulic lines. Napa is proud to be locally owned and your trusted source with the know-how for all your car, truck, and SUV and agricultural needs. So stop in today and let one of their qualified experts help. Bears Napa Auto Parts, located near Country Resort Campground at 44780 Resort Road in Racine. Open Monday through Friday, 8 until 6. Saturday, 8 until 12. Call them today at 740-401-7124. And remember, Napa knows how.
When looking for an insurance company you can count on, look no further than Simmons, Musser & Warner Insurance for all of your insurance needs. Not only have they served the community for over 100 years, they're also your friends, family, and neighbors. As an independent agency, they can provide you with the right amount of coverage for your individual needs. To serve you better, they have 2 locations, 196 East 2nd Street in Pomeroy and 502 Elm Street in Racine. Insurance made easy at Simmons, Musser & Warner Insurance.
WYVK, Middleport, Pomeroy, Mason, Gallipolis, K92.
And we are back here at Meigs High School. Rick Ash along with Stephen Wood. Caleb gives back to our station. We'll make sure I get our streaming score up. 35-13 is correct, and we'll turn it over to Stephen for the stats.
Okay, here's the unofficial first half stats. First for Nelsonville-York. In the scoring department, 5 points for Drew Carter, 4 points for Joe Toming, 2 points each for Trent Morrissey and Trevor Morrissey. 13 points here at the half for the Buckeyes. They have 10 turnovers. They haven't attempted a free throw yet. They have 5 total rebounds, 4 of them on the defensive side for the Buckeyes. For the Marauders in the scoring department, 3 points for Braden Stanley, 2 points for Zach Searles, 3 points for Braylon Harrison, 6 points for Caleb Burnham, 6 points from Ethan Stewart, 2 points. Wyatt Hoover, 4 points for Morgan Robertson, leading the way tonight. 9 points for Coulter Cleveland, 35 points at the half for the Meigs Marauders. They have 2 turnovers, so playing very well on the offensive side, not turning the ball over tonight. Only 1 for 2 from the free throw line here. 17 rebounds, 13 on the defensive side.
And 6 big threes in that first half by 4 different people. Stanley with 1, Harrison with 1, Burnham with 2, and Ethan Stewart with 2. And I tell you, Stephen, those help us big time. That's 18 points out of threes of the 35 points. So
yeah, they came out hot in the first quarter. They were shooting the lights out, and then kind of just mellowed out a little bit there in the second quarter. They didn't score at will. It was a 17-point quarter, but there were 2 or 3 possessions they went down and got nothing.
Yeah, I think I had it at 5 in a row there at one time. Stevie, you've got some information on Meigs basketball that you've looked up, and you're a nice job of compiling a lot of athletic history here. So what do you got?
Well, I went back and wanted to, it's an interesting fact if you remember, I know there's a lot of people around here. In 1967, the first year of the Meigs Marauders, December the 1st, the first game ever played as a Meigs Marauder basketball team. I think that was at Rutland at the Civic Center. I think they played basketball at the Civic Center.
Yep.
That
right.
was against these Nelsonville-York Buckeyes, and it's an interesting fact about that.
Was it Nelsonville-York at the time or Nelsonville Greyhounds?
It was Nelsonville-York. Both schools had consolidated.
Okay.
It was a first meeting between the two schools, both of them being consolidated schools. It was a 46-43 Meigs win. It was tied at 43 with 18 seconds left. Bill Swan, who I met a couple years ago here when we had the 50-year reunion, who's another trivia question for you, who scored the first Meigs touchdown? Bill Swan.
Yes.
Everybody thinks it might be Lenny, but it wasn't. Bill Swan on a pass from Rod Gilkey. Hits 2 free throws with 18 seconds left. Jim Anderson has another one for a 46-43 win. Another interesting fact, the next season, the first tournament victory in Meigs history was also against Nelsonville, a 63-60 win, who earlier that year had lost to them. So interesting stories here for the Buckeyes, and we've kind of owned this series. We're on a 12-game win streak against the Buckeyes dating back to 2014. Coach David Kite, who's now at Eastern, was the last coach. He went 1-1 that year against them, and so far since then, Ed Fry, who coached 4 seasons, and Jeremy Hill.
Now, you've got it there. I believe there's been some very close ball games.
Yes, very close.
Even in losses, I think.
Last year was a 65-60 game, 77-72. 19 was a little bit widespread in the score, 83-61, 83-68. That game in 2020, Weston Bear becomes the all-time leading scorer on Valentine's Day with a 77-72 victory against the Buckeyes. But there have been some pretty close games, 62-57, 65-53. That's a 12-point game. 57-54. It's been a pretty competitive series between the Buckeyes and the Marauders on the basketball floor.
The last loss, if I look there correctly, I think it was a pretty close ball game.
1 point, 50-49, 1-point loss. And the game before that, at Nelsonville, a Meigs victory, 52-50. So definitely a close ball games those on that year.
Now, for any Buckeye fans listening, I know what you're thinking. Let's talk about football, but this is basketball season.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, they've had an excellent football program up there for many, many years.
Yeah, you could just about gauge the success of your program by how you do against Nelsonville.
Yeah.
And they're the standard everybody wants to go with. They seem to be up there in the conference standings every year on the football side.
They're up there every time, aren't they? Every year. Yeah. Not too many down years at all. Not many. 35-13 here at halftime. Thank our sponsors once again. Home National Bank, Hupp's Auto Center, Baum Lumber, Power Store, and TP One Stop there in Tuppers Plains. Farmers Bank and Savings Company, Overbrook Rehabilitation Center there in Middleport. The Simmons Insurance Group, Simmons Musser Warner Insurance. T&T Auto Sales there on Butternut. You get a great deal there. Bears Napa on Country Road Resort, just outside 5 Points there. And Rose's Excavating, our newest sponsor. We thank everyone for sponsoring this sports season. All of our football, basketball, baseball, we can't do it without these guys. And please stop into those establishments and say thank you and spend a little money. All right, we are about ready to go. I got to get my district scoreboard back up there. Third quarter, 35-13, so it's correct. And we're ready to go. And it'll be Buckeye basketball to start the third quarter. Drew Carter with the basketball to the left elbow, picks his dribble up. Kind of backdoor cut going there, no good. Chuck likes the history lessons. Thanks for listening, Chuck. And in off glass, no good as Drew Carter rebound down by Andrew Dotson, who set a lot of the first half with those two quick fouls. Cleveland, the Euro step, missed the layup. Hoover up and good. Wyatt Hoover. Hoover now with 4. Drew Carter on the left side. Now Dotson on him. So let's see if they try to isolate this. And there they do. And Drew Carter lays it up and in. So they had the jump switch with Dotson. And then they did a nice job of isolating the guard on the post player. To the hole he goes. Braylon Harrison. I'll get this updated here. 37-15. Burnham to Hoover to Harrison. The right side. Meigs with a little bit more movement. Boy, a near walk there. Harrison guarded by Drew Carter. Gives the ball up to Cleland. Cleland spin move out to Harrison. Picked up by Carter. Braylon into the hole. Good. Braylon Harrison. And he now has 5. Left side jumper up no good by Tomei. Rebound down by Cleland. Ahead to Hoover. Layup. Good. Wyatt Hoover now with 4 quick points here in this quarter.
And Hoover's going to pick a foul up here in the 3rd quarter with the body.
41-15. Sorry about that, Tony. I'll get him up there as fast as I can. I'm a little slow. To Tomei for 3. That's no good. Rebound down by Dotson.
See, the Buckeyes like shooting a 3 ball. If they could convert, might make it a little closer ball game. They'll shoot the ball, though.
Speaking of Buckeyes, how about those Ohio State Buckeyes? That big win over Clemson. Hoover to the floor. I believe the foul's called on Trent Morsey, I believe.
And that's who was going on Trent Morsey. Yeah, kind of exercised some demons there Friday night, didn't they?
Sure did.
They were 0-4 going into that ball game. You think back all the way to 78.
It was all the way back to
Woody's
78. That was the Woody's, yeah,
Yep.
Woody's slug. Harrison's going to give it out to Hoover.
Charlie Bauman took that punch from old Woody.
I think he said in the interview he didn't even feel it. Yeah, we've had some trouble with Clemson, but definitely got him. Hoover on the baseline, up off glass. No good. And Cleveland, can he get up out of there? Nope. Let's see, that might have went against Trent Morsey. That did. 41-15. And Cleveland to the free throw line, looking for double figures. And something good.
That's just the 3rd free throw attempt, the 4th one coming here in the ball game for either team.
Is that 10 now for Calder?
10, yep. Looking for number 11 right here.
Second free throw is up, and he got it.
Yeah, the news now coming is there's COVID issues at Ohio State, so don't know who's that affecting for come Monday, but.
Up and good by Trevor Morsey. Well, I tell you, if they're smart, they would have put him in a bubble. Just put him in that facility. Caleb Burnham muscles one up, and good. He now has 8.
Braden McKee into the ball game, picks up his first foul for the Buckeyes.
Burnham's free throws up and good. And Caleb Burnham all of a sudden is knocking on the door at double figures with 9. Drew Carter down to Morsey. And a lob pass into McKee, no good. McKee gets the rebound. Out to Carter. Down the corner. 3 ball up and no good by Keegan Swope. And Trevor Morsey gets it off, and he's fouled. Is Braden McKee. He'll go to the free throw line shooting 2.
Coulter picks up his first.
Oh my, what have I done? 46-17. McKee's free throw is good. .46-18. And Braden will get another one. And he got them both.
Full court press here by the Buckeyes in the 3rd quarter.
.46-19. To Cleveland, layup good. .48-19, nearing the 4-minute mark. Trent Morsey. And with the right hand, And it's good.
4 points for the sophomore from Nelsonville. 48-21 the score.
Colter Cleveland going baseline. He is hooked. Oh,
offensive foul on Colter.
Colter on Colter.
Braden Stanley, Morgan Robertson in the ball game.
Trip Morrissey out and Joe Tomey in. 48-21. To the hole goes Drew Carter. He's going to kick it out to Morrissey. Up on top to Swope for three, and he got it. Keegan Swope.
Their first three ball since the first quarter from Drew Carter.
On the corner to Dotson. Back to Roberts, on top to Harrison. Braden Stanley, they're going to say, stepped on the sideline. Timeout, Marauders. And we'll be back in 1 minute here on K92.
Free checking account for all high school students. That's a trend we can follow. Home National Bank student accounts have no fees and no minimum balances for high school students ages 16 and up. Oh yeah, you'll also get a free t-shirt for just becoming an HNB student customer. Visit HomeNationalBank.com to request your free student account today. Member FDIC. Have a list of outdoor jobs you need to do? Balm's Power Store in Chester can help. We have steel chainsaws, trimmers, blowers, and power washers. We have Toro zero-turns and push mowers, Ferris zero-turn mowers, Simplicity zero-turn mowers, and lawn and garden tractors. We have Briggs & Stratton generators and inverters and more. We've got what you need to get that list of jobs done quick and easy. Remember, Balm's Power Store. 740-985-3302. Financing is always available. www.balmlumber.com.
And we are back. Failed to mention those 6 threes. That's $18 donated by Baum Lumber. 3s from the lumber yard. Donated to the basketball programs. Meigs Eastern Southern, all their 3s on home games and anything we broadcast on the road. So we'll have Southern on the road on Friday night at Belpre. So those 3s there will count. Drew Carter with the basketball, guarded by Hoover. On the right side to Trevor Morrissey. Shot up, no good by Tomey. And is that another foul on the Marauders?
Foul on Morgan Roberts. Underneath.
48-28. 2:47 to go here in the third. Down the corner, wide open 3 ball up, no good by Carter. Rebound down by Morrissey. And Roberts.
And another foul on Morgan Roberts. That's his third. That's 2 quick ones here in a matter of seconds.
Well, it'll be Trevor Morrissey to inbound it. Now another foul. Which way are we going this time?
A big foul on Braden McKee, his second. A lot of fouls here in the last
Well, yeah, that's about 3 in a row. 3 quick ones.
Still full court pressure here by the Buckeyes.
Yeah, they've got to try to get back in the game, forcing some turnovers, and they did. You can't throw that cross-court pass. The young sophomore did. Or freshman, I should say. Was that Drew Carter?
Drew Carter, yep, 9 points for Drew Carter tonight. 48-26, 2:18 left here in the third.
And Harrison's going to walk. So back-to-back turnovers. And you can't dribble the basketball. And Cleveland was out of the ball game, and he went out, and things kind of fell apart there. So it'll be Joe Tomey to inbound it for the Buckeyes. In the backcourt to Drew Carter. Meigs leads at 48-26 with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. Horsey, Trevor. Now skip pass over to Carter, and he's going to get called for a walk.
Drug his pivot foot a little bit.
I tell you one thing, with these masks on, the officials can't tell which coach is saying things.
That's right. You know what? They probably just go to the head coach every time.
Yeah. You have to have both feet over, which he did not. So if you're watching on TV, it's not over and back. Cleveland's going to lose the ball, and it's going to be another Meigs turnover.
So 2 turnovers in the first half, Rick, 5 here in the quarter.
Yeah.
48-26 is our score.
That's, what, 3 in a row? We had 2 in a row, and then the Cleveland comes in, and we turn it over again. With Buckeye basketball. Into the ball game, the sophomore Trent Morsey. Out is Braden McKee. So Trevor Morsey in the corner to Swope. There's a steal there by Braden Stanley. He gives it to Cleveland, and I'm not sure why he didn't keep it himself, but what a rebound and put back by Wyatt Hoover.
8 points for Wyatt Hoover tonight, 50-26.
Well, he skied high for that one, didn't he?
He did. He got up there.
There's a steal. Roberts tips it away to Stanley. Now Stanley for 3, and it goes. Braden Stanley for another 3.
Hit every part of the rim on that one.
Over the left side to Swope.
Another turnover by the Buckeyes. There goes Coulter. Pass to Stanley. Good.
Stanley. Three ball up by Tomei. No good. And nice rebound down by Keegan Swope and a put back for the Buckeyes.
3 Marauders standing there, and Swope comes right between them all and gets the ball and gets the steal.
And there's another turnover. 3 ball up by Carter, no good. Rebound down by Cleveland. And they got time. Got time for another shot. That looked like a walk. Looked like he should have called a walk before the foul. And are they going to give him 2 on this?
They're going to give him 2.
On the
Who
floor?
they give a foul to? They give him 2 shots.
Well, they got number 10 on the board.
22.
22 now. Trent Morsey on the foul. So quarter Cleveland. And it's good.
Searles checks in the ball game. McKee back in the ball game.
56-28. Marauders with 8 different people in scoring column. And that free throw's up no good. 56-28. And there's your buzzer. So that's your third quarter score. Meigs 56, Nelsonville 28. We will be back in 1 minute here on K92.
Hey, it's Heather, Director of Admissions at Overbrook Rehab Center. We're a close-to-home, locally owned skilled nursing facility, offering both inpatient and outpatient therapy. From athletes to elderly, we have the therapy to get you back on your feet and in the game. We proudly accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major insurances. For a private tour, contact me today, 740-992-6472. Overbrook Rehabilitation Center, 333 Page Street, Middleport.
In the market for a new vehicle? Stop in today at Hupp's Auto Center. Quality pre-owned used cars at an affordable price. That is what you'll find at Hupp's Auto Center. Walk the lot and see what they got. Hupp's Auto Center, 41800 State Route 7 in Tuppers Plains. Call 740-667-3177. www.huppautocenter.com. A proud supporter of all area schools.
And we are back here at Meigs High School. Stephen, 3 good outputs, 18 in the first quarter, 17 in the second quarter, 21 in that quarter. And if it continues, they're looking for their biggest offensive output of this season.
Yeah, in that last quarter, the pace picked up a little bit more. The Marauders got a few more looks at the basket, a little less turnovers. Heading into the final 8 minutes.
Colter Cleveland with the basketball over to Braden Stanley. Stanley just inside the arc, up glass, no good. Rebound by Searles. Out to Hoover, and he walked again. 56-28, 7:44 to go in the ball game. It'll be Trent Morrissey to send it in to Drew Carter. And he lost a couple screens. Searles ends up on Carter. Now to the hole he goes, and with a little bump there, and that's right. That's a good call. Should go against Zach Searles.
12 is going to get it.
Yep. Should be on the floor. 7:30 to go in the ball game. 56-28. Trevor Morrissey, and stolen by Hoover. Hoover gets it up to Braden Stanley. Down the corner to Ethan Stewart for three. Won't go. And let's see, Braden Stanley up the freshman. Good. He now has double figures with 10. (58-28). Hoover blocks the shot.
That was a double dribble right there.
Yeah, Carter into Morrissey. That's Trent Morrissey. Shot is blocked, but they get the rebound back. Now Trevor Morrissey, nice feed into Trent. Brother to brother. (58-30). 6:51 to go. Dotson back in.
Ethan Stewart picked up that foul on a play he really didn't need to. Just the third free throw attempt for the Buckeyes tonight.
Yeah. And Morrissey gets it. Trent Morrissey now with 7. 30-second timeout called by the Marauders, I believe. We'll be back in 30 here on K92.
When looking for an insurance company you can count on, look no further than Simmons, Musser & Warner Insurance for all of your insurance needs. Not only have they served the community for over 100 years, they're also your friends, family, and neighbors. As an independent agency, they can provide you with the right amount of coverage for your individual needs. To serve you better, they have 2 locations, 196 East 2nd Street in Pomeroy and 502 Elm Street in Racine. Insurance made easy at Simmons, Musser & Warner Insurance.
And we are back. 58-31 is our score. Marauders looking to pick up win number 3. And 2 in a row, right?
Mm-hmm.
One at Southern?
Yep, one at Southern 50-43, I think it was. No,
that
60.
score was wrong. That score
I thought it was
wrong.
50-43.
It was 50. It was. I think it was 53-43, somewhere around in there. It might have been 50-43. Can't remember. It wasn't. That score, what they got on there was wrong. Dotson up and in. I think it was 50-43, the Southern game. Up and in for the Marauders.
Marauders after tonight go to New Hope on the 9th and Jackson, Marietta, Wellston. Jackson being home, Marietta, Wellston on the road.
Okay. Planning to make the trip to Wellston. And New Hope is a no-go on that one.
Is that one canceled already?
No,
or you're not going?
I'm not going.
Oh, with the COVID thing going on, you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Week to week, who's playing?
Circleville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll use that as a night off. 22, Trent Morrissey up to I believe 8 points.
That's a return trip from last year's team we played. Is that?
Yeah.
I remember. I couldn't remember if that was who it was or not.
Yeah. Yeah, we had New Hope here last year. Into the middle to Roberts. Oh, whoa, no call there. Looked like he scooted his feet a little bit. Up on top to Braden Stanley. Braden up and under move, and no good, but he'll shoot 2. Check here. Braden 11. He had 11 in the JV game, a couple quarters, and 10 here. And maybe some more. That's going to be a little long. 60-33. And the second one's up and good. So Cleveland, what's Cleveland got? 14 I've got him for.
14, yep.
Yeah, mine's unofficial. Yours is the official one. Trevor Morrissey had 3 ball up, no good.
We got another foul here underneath on Trent Morrissey. Picks up his 3rd.
61-33. And that's going to put, I think, Stanley on the free throw line 1-1. I think he said 4. Or did he say 44?
44. I think foul was underneath on Dotson, yeah.
Okay. Andrews going to the free throw line.
Coulter has a seat here, 5:56. He may not come back in the ball game. 61-33 lead by the Marauders.
And
my goodness.
A high hopper. It goes.
That almost touched the strapping.
I went way up there, didn't it? (62-33). Andrew Dodson for his second one. It's up, and he got them both. And his first 2 points of the ball game from the free throw line. Sat out a lot of that first half in foul trouble. Hold it back over, and a 3 ball up and no good by Joe Tomey. Rebound down by Roberts. Gives it up to Harrison. 63-33. Braylon, they're going to give him a 3 shot, and no good. Look at that inside position. Braden Stanley, boy, he'd like to have that one back. Didn't get it above the rim from about 4 feet. 63-33. Marauders had their chances there. And Drew Carter with a nice move layup, good. Nice job by Drew Carter. And now back again, and a 3 ball by Carter. So I owe 5 points on there, don't I?
Yep.
63-38 in a heartbeat. 5 quick points. That's how fast.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that.
Could get
that
things
2
going.
Put Drew Carter in double figures, then he comes back with a 3.
63-38. Stanley again. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different players in the scoring column for the Marauders. Stanley up and good. I'll tell you what, they leave him in there, and Coulter's out. He's going to end up being the leading scorer in the ball game for the Marauders. This will point
He's
within
got 12.
Yeah, this will point within 1 of Coulter, who's on the bench right now. And like you say, may not come back, and he got it.
13 on the night for Braden Stanley and Jake McElroy into the ball game.
65-38. Drew Carter fadeaway. What a nice shot there by Drew. He's getting hot. He's now has 11.
7 straight points by Drew Carter.
(65-40). And they're going to throw it away. And Jake McElroy, can he get it back? Roberts does. And a white
timeout Marauders.
Brody Butcher is going to come into the ball game, so that timeout right there was probably more or less a great time to get them back in. We'll keep it right here, right now. Meigs leads it by a score of 65-40. And Stephen, looks like 2 in a row for the Marauders, and they do not play Friday night, but have that trip to New Hope. So Jay Reese and I will be in Belpre to cover the Southern Tornadoes, and I know we got Southern and Eastern next week, Friday night. That's at Southern, so Jay and I will be up there for that one. And I think Jay and I is going to travel down to South Gallia on Wednesday with the Eastern Eagles. 4:13 to go. And the Marauder girls with a win last night, I believe 46-40 at Athens.
Yep, yeah, big win last night for the Marauders. 4-3 on the season for the Lady Marauders.
Okay. Picking up a little headway, aren't they?
Yep.
65-40. Back to Harrison. How many you got Drew Carter for now? If he's
14. No. 16. He has 16.
Carter was 16. So he leads all scorers now.
Another timeout for the Marauders.
Oh, wow.
Just not working on the offensive side. You're going to try to regroup. Full timeout this time.
All right, we'll be back in 60 seconds here on K92.
You met your sophomore year of college and fell in love soon after.
Hey, yourself.
Got married right after graduation. Now there's a baby on the way, and your 2-room apartment isn't going to cut it much longer. Life happens fast, and Farmers Bank is here for everything coming your way. New home, new car, and before you know it, braces, dance lessons, and college tuition for your kids. Seems like only yesterday you were sharing a coffee between classes. You need a bank that keeps pace with your life. Farmers Bank. Visit FBSC.com today. Member FDIC.
Are you in the market for a clean, dependable used car? Look no further than T&T Auto, 152 Butternut Avenue in Pomeroy. T&T Auto. They take pride in what they sell. Stop in and see their selection of used cars and SUVs. T&T Auto, 152 Butternut Avenue in Pomeroy. Phone 740-416-8523. A proud supporter of local high school athletics.
All right, we're back here at Meigs High School. Brody Butcher, Zach Searles, Braden Stanley, Braylon Harrison, and Jake McElroy. And just, I understand what Coach Hill's doing. There's going to be a time this season, it hasn't happened yet, when Colter Cleveland might be out of the ball game.
That's right.
In foul trouble or something, and they've struggled without him in there. Harrison on the right side. And gets the ball into McElroy in the post. Jake kicks it back out to Searles, who quickly whips it over to Stanley. Back to Braden. Braylon Harrison to the hole. Layup good. Harrison. I've got him for 7. Is that correct?
Yep. 7 points.
67-40. Swope with the basketball up to Drew Carter. Drew now leads all scorers with 16 to the hole again. Layup no good, and down with it is Braden Stanley to Braylon Harrison. Stanley for 3, no good. Rebound, McElroy. Jake, an up and under move, and he's going to shoot 2. Nice job, Jake. Great hustle. $67-40, and if Jake had hit one of these free throws here, we would have 10 players in the scoring column. And that one doesn't go. And we'll see if Jake can accomplish that. He deserves it after that great hustle right there. Jake's second one up and missed them both. But does get the rebound. Jake off glass. Oh, it won't go. And that's that rim that's bent just a little bit. And then Zach Searles picks it up, and he gives it off to Harrison. 2:53 to go in the ball game, 67-40. Stanley with McKee, and McKee goes out and forces him to do something with the basketball. Harrison off the screen. Butcher into Butcher. Nice pass, Braylon. Butcher, can he finish? Nope. And Zach Searles, nope. And Jake McElroy again in there hustling. Jake with a little runner. That won't go. Oh, my. 67-40. Over to Drew Carter. Drew with the dribble penetration. Up and good. Nice shot there by Drew Carter. Now with 18 in the ball game. I think he only had 5 at halftime, I believe.
5 at half, had 9 at the end of 3. Kind of lighting it up here in the 4th.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of points there in a row, doesn't he?
He's got 9 of them in a row.
They may have close to double figures in this quarter. Into Searles, he's blocked. And I believe that was, can't get his number over there. 13, Joe Tomey on the block.
Timeout, Nelsonville.
Okay, that was to get a player into the ball game. It's going to be number 2, James Koska. And I think that was just only purpose of that was to get James into the ball game. So it'll be Joe Tomey in the ball game. Off the screen of Martin. Played nicely in the JV game. Here he goes again. Up and in. So Martin with the bucket. And let me check his stats in that game. Yeah, he had 5 in the JV game. Just an 11-point quarter for the Marauders. 16-point quarter. Now 17-point quarter. McRoy, and nearly turned it over, but recovered. McRoy up, he's fouled by, looks like Martin. Yeah, foul on Nathan Martin.
McElroy with another chance to break in the scoring column.
I think it was the Marietta game. 72-68?
Yes, this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is to tie that, and Jake got it. Now 10 players in the scoring column.
Brody Butcher, I got the only one not in the scoring column.
Yep, you're right. Jake again, up and good. And Brody had a chance there just a minute ago. He may have another one, still a minute to go in the ball game. And a little runner up and no good by Koska. Rebound down by Zach Searles. Meigs does exceed the 68 points against Marietta. Braylon Harrison, a little wraparound pass inside. And looks like we're going to go Nelsonville direction, yes. Better update this score. 69-45. Martin, steal by Searles, and up, and he got it. Zach Searles. 4 points now, and Meigs into the 70s for the first time this year. And he got it. (72-45). Martin. And the corner McKee up on top of Logie. Koska down to 10 seconds. In, up, and nice job there by James Koska.
That should be the end of the ball game.
71-47 is our score. Or no, 72. Yeah.
72.
I just copied it wrong, I had it right. 72-47. Meigs with 10 players in the scoring, and Stephen will do some stats, and we'll be back with that and our post-game interview with Coach Hill here on K92.
Free checking account for all high school students. That's a trend we can follow. Home National Bank student accounts have no fees and no minimum balances for high school students ages 16 and up. Oh yeah, you'll also get a free t-shirt for just becoming an HNB student customer. Visit HomeNationalBank.com to request your free student account today. Member FDIC.
When looking for an insurance company you can count on, look no further than Simmons, Musser & Warner Insurance for all of your insurance needs. Not only have they served the community for over 100 years, they're also your friends, family, and neighbors. As an independent agency, they can provide you with the right amount of coverage for your individual needs. To serve you better, they have 2 locations, 196 East 2nd Street in Pomeroy and 502 Elm Street in Racine. Insurance made easy at Simmons, Musser & Warner Insurance.
What's your project? Baum Lumber in Chester can help with whatever your project may be, whether it's a new home, a pole barn, a remodel, or a new deck. We can help. Our staff of building material experts can lead you through your project, helping you from start to finish with a complete line of building materials, trusses built at our own facility, great pricing, and over 100 years of combined residential and commercial construction knowledge on our staff. Baum Lumber in Chester can help. Call 740-985-3301 or stop in for a quote today and get started. Whether you're a commercial, industrial, or weekend mechanic, Bears Napa has you covered with parts and hydraulic lines. Napa is proud to be locally owned and your trusted source with the know-how for all your car, truck, and SUV and agricultural needs. So stop in today and let one of their qualified experts help. Bears Napa Auto Parts, located near Country Resort Campground at 44780 Resort Road in Racine. Open Monday through Friday, 8 until 6. Saturday, 8 until 12. Call them today at 740-401-7124. And remember, Napa knows how.
All right, we were back, and Stephen, you ready?
I am.
All right, go ahead, and then we'll have followed after the stats. We'll have Coach Hill with us.
First for the Nelsonville-York Buckeyes, they were 6 of 6 from the foul line, 15 total turnovers. For the Buckeyes in the scoring department, James Koska with 2, game-high 18 from Drew Carter, 2 points from Braden McKee, 4 points from Joe Tomey, Keegan Swope with 5, Trent Morrissey with 9, 3 points from Nathan Martin, 4 points for Trevor Morrissey. They had 8 total rebounds, 13 total rebounds, 9 on the defensive side. For the Marauders, 11 total turnovers, 11 of 16 from the foul line, 26 total rebounds, 17 on the defensive side, 13 points from Braden Stanley, Coulter Cleveland with 14, 5 from Zach Searles, 7 from Braylon Harrison, 9 from Caleb Burnham, 6 from Ethan Stewart. Whitehoover contributed 8, 4 points for Morgan Roberts and Andrew Dotson, and 2 points for Jake McElroy for the Marauders.
All right, thank you, Stephen. And if you're still listening on the district feed, we're going to shut you off so we can have our interview with So if you want to give that interview, I'm going to give you about 15 seconds to get on K92. Here we go.